Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Derek from Unity. Today I'm diving into a very exciting topic, real-time 3D product configurators, and how they change the way that customers preview products before making any buying decisions. Whether you're looking into creating stunning marketing materials or providing an interactive experience for your customer, a 3D configurator is a game changer. Real-time 3D product configurators allow customers to visualize and interact with the product in a way that static image or videos can't match. It's like having a virtual showroom right at their fingertips, providing an immersive experience that can significantly boost customers' confidence and drive sales. Now, some of you might remember a fantastic tool from Unity called Forma. Forma was an editor extension designed to make Unity editor more artist-friendly. It allowed users to create their own product configurator with ease, offering a seamless interface for artists and designers. Unfortunately, Unity has sunset Forma, which means it is no longer available for purchase. But don't worry, because I got some great news for you. To fill this gap, I've created the Industry Product Configurator sample package. It is a local solution that makes it incredibly easy for anyone to create their own product configurators. Whether you're a developer, designer, or just someone interested in 3D visualization, this package has got you covered. And the best part is completely free and available on GitHub. You can find the link in the description below. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to get this package installed and use it within the editor. And stick around in the end, I'm going to dive into some coding and how to use this package. So what you see is the GitHub repo, and right now is the latest version is 1.5.1. To get it installed, you're going to use the package manager in Unity. So you are going to grab the link of this GitHub repo. So the way that I usually do it is to click on this button and click on this copy URL to clipboard. One is now copied. I head over to the AMT Unity project. What I have is a model, a skid loader model that I've got in an empty project. And to install the package, you go to Window, Package Manager, and in here you're gonna pass this plus icon here and click Add Package from Git URL. Paste that Git URL into this field box and click Add. And so it's going to add the package into the project for you. And it's going to tell you to, once it's installed, it's going to tell you to restart the whole Unity. So you're going to click yes. Now after Unity has restarted, I'm going to talk about this package. We have provided a sample scene for you to look at to explore. This is a way that I would use the product configurator, but you can also download it and use it and change the way that you want it. Now to get started, I'm going to put this model into the scene. So now when we have this model load into the scene, I will go into this hierarchy, and it's let's start with the front two sets of the skid loader. So I already have a game object called bucket assembly and a fork assembly. To get started, to get me more organized, I will create a new game object called variant sets game object, and I will right click that and create a new game object and go to product configurator, variant set, and choose game object variant set. That will create a new game object and has a game object variant set script attached. So I'm going to name this variance called front 2, and I'm going to hit create variant set asset. Next, I will create a variant. So I'm gonna call it a bucket, and the next one I will call it forks. Now, because it's a game object variant set, what we need is to drag this fork game object into this field, and same goes to the bucket one. Now, with two variants game object assigned, what we can do is quickly preview it. So to preview it, I've got a slider here, and if you click and drag this slider to the end, I can immediately change. I will immediately can see the changes. And then if you are looking for a way to create a screenshot, an icon for that, let's just say we can go into this scene view here, position the camera the way or the angle that you want to pick, and go to the variant set, and you can choose. I've got a different size icon here for you to choose to pick from, so I'm going to pick 556 and hit capture variant icons. What it does is going to automatically take this camera angle and create two different icons for you. So if you look at the inspector, I've already got two icons, and which is automatically assigned into the variant. Okay, so the next thing to do is maybe change the color of the skid loader. So to change the color, that means changing a different material. So I'm going to right click and say create variant set, and now this time we'll choose a material variant set. So I'm going to say the body color, create a new variant set. Right now we have a black one, so I'm just say let's keep it black. And next one will be I will say yellow, so I'll create a yellow one, and then maybe I will create a red one too. So I have 3 different variants for the color. So what I'm going to do is going to pick the color of the materials that we use for this skid loader. Now you see I have already have black, blue, green, red, white and yellow, but I'm going to just stick with the 3 that I created. So the way that I do it is to say quickly assign my black material to this field, a yellow material to this field, and red to this field. And then we want to know which part we want to know which part of the model that we change in material to. So I'm going to select the body. I'm going to pick the body part, so skeleton, C. So now with 3 variants created in my variant set, I'm gonna I need to know which parts I need to change, or which material I need to change for that variant set. So because of how I model the skid loader, or how I get it import it into Unity project, I have already separated few different assembly for the skid loader. So I'm going to select this chassis assembly, right? So this is the whole thing. I will identify as the body color, So what I'm going to do is to drag this chassis assembly into this target parent. And right now, because I'm using the black material, so I'm going to drag this black material to this field. So what it does is going to look through all the child object of that parent's object and see which part or which variants have this material. And then if it has this black material, it would save it into the this variant set and say, let's change it into yellow one, let's change it into the red one. So I'm going to hit capture mesh renderers in children with this material. So after I've done that, you can actually see now I've got a 17 of different rendering, of a different renderer with a material slot number and all that. So let's say if I quickly just to test it, I'm going to drag this slider, and now I've got a yellow one, and now I've got a red one. So next, I'm going to change the material on the skeleton. So I will create a new material variant set and change straight is the skeleton color. Create new variant. Same again. We have a black one. We have a yellow one. And we have a red one. Right, let's assign the material again. So I'm gonna hit select black plane there and go into black, yellow, and red. Right, same thing again. I'm going to drag this skeleton, get a parent object here, into this parent field, and use the black material as a reference to capture all the mesh renderer. So now we have 37 meshes of renderer capture. So now I've got this yellow and red. Right, same thing again, yellow and red. Now you must wonder, if I've got two different materials or different variant sets, how can I mix and match two different variant sets? We have something called a combination variant set. So what it is, it's going to gather, you can assign different variant sets and create different variant sets. Create different variants based on what variant set you have assigned to. So right now, let's say I have just say the overall color. Create variant set. Let's start with gonna drag this these two variant set here. Oops, sorry. Assign same one. Okay, now. Okay, so let's create something called a variant name called black, and then we immediately, you can see, you can pick the body color and the skeleton color, which is the two variants sets I've assigned it here. So I'm going to stick with black. So the next one is yellow, and I'm going to pick from this list from black to yellow, and then we have the last one called a red one. So say pick a red one. Okay, so if I now it's ready. If I just to test it, I can drag this slider so I can see both of the variant sets has changed together. Looking nice. And then now I'll create a icon here. So 250 6 and create an icon here. And now you can immediately see I've created more icon here. Stunning. Right, so this is how you create different variant set using this tool. This is just a really introduction of how you can use it. Now, after you created different variant sets, you want to have like some user interface to make it, to allow user to interact with your application, right? So what you need is what we call a Unity UI system. So to get started, if you just right click and say create a canvas, and be sure that we have a screen space overlay canvas. If you're doing something like on Exile, let's say on a VR headset, you probably would want to have to pick the real space camera. But for now, because it's a 2D application, so I'm going to stick with this overlay option. And be sure that this event system get created. Now, if you're using, because of this package, we are using this new input system. So the new input system of Unity provided. So if you see this button, you can just hit this button, and it will just like automatically convert to compatible with the new input system. So just quickly create two buttons to switch between the front two sets. So I'm going to create a new button, and let's say we assign to the bottom left, and we are just going to say it's the bucket. Now just maybe change the height a bit to be more bigger. Oops, that's too big. Right, and then let's say I create another one called fork. Right. Okay. Okay. Now, for artists, if you don't know any programming language, this is where you might be struggling. How can I correctly to have like interface or to have button to change the variants of your product? So what I've got is a script for you. It's called the variant select. So in here, you're going to pick on the variant set that within the scene. So I'm going to pick on the font 2, and this one is a bucket. And what you need to do now is go on to plus sign, plus a new event, and assign this variant select script to this field. And here, you click on variant select and do select variants. Same thing to the fox. So I'm going to use this variant select and pick the front 2, and now this one we use fork. Now I've got a spelling mistake here, sorry. Let's just go back to there, and you can immediately change from fork to fox. Now it's been updated fork. Same thing again, drag this to this field and go on select variant select and hit and select variants. Let's just save it, and now if you hit play, these two buttons should interact with to change once you hit on that. So if I'm going to select the fork, it will just change the fork one, select bucket, it will just change it to the bucket one. Easy. So this is how you create a simple product configurator. If you want to use a bit of coding, now we can dive in right into it. So just going to select a new script, create a new folder, sorry, and gonna create a new script. We call it variant set controller. Right. Let's let it compile. So you can use Visual Studio Code, or in this case I'm using Rider. The other option is you're using Windows, you can of course use the Visual Studio from Microsoft. So after the script has been created, I'm going to drag this button there and make it in as prefab. So I'm going to create a new folder here and call it prefabs, and drag this bucket into this prefab folder to make it into a prefab. Just to be clear, I'm going to remove this tag so we are not defaulted. It doesn't have a default name called bucket. But now this bucket's gone, so now we put its bucket. Right, okay, that's good. Right, also we definitely need to remove this component as we no longer need it. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is create a new parent object to group all the variants together. So let's just say I'm going to anchor it to the top left corner. So if you're using Windows, you press Shift and Start key to anchor this to the top right hand corner. If you use Mac, you got the other key. So I'm going to quickly drag into the size that I want to make it 300 in width, 300 in height, right? Right, and then I'm going to do a vertical layout group, so it's going to automatically do some layout group for me. So I'm going to say change the width and change the height here. So let's say if I change if I drag this button prefab as a child and duplicate it, it's going to automatically lay out it for me. And of course I can do some bit of spacing here to make it more different spacing to make it more clear on this button. So move that. So in the scripting side, let's go back to the script, and now we want to reference the parents object. So I'm going to use create a serialized field and as a variant as a transform variable. Say okay, that is a good one. Variant set parents. Now we want to reference the prefab. So I'm going to say game object, say variant prefabs. That's a good one. So and also we want to reference the variants too. So let's say the variant set. So let's say private variants. We might want to use this namespace. Referenced it. So it's called the Industry Product Configurator, Industry CSE2 Product Configurator. The variant base type, variant set base type. So variant set base type. So the variant set. Actually, I'm gonna call it the body variant set. So we could create a start method here and just do body variant set dot variants base, variant base, yeah, that's the right one. So in each variant base, and we can do create a new button there. So I'm gonna say game this game object new button equals instantiate variants prefab, and is going to set the parents object as variants set parents. Now we have this variance. Now we'll get the component in children. We're gonna get the Test Mesh Pro GUI and set the text as the variant base dot variant set that art set variant name. So we're gonna set the name of the variant set and display it on the button, and then we're gonna use the reference. Pick the reference of the new button, so new button get button there, and then button dot on click add listener and do variant set base dot variant trigger dot invoke the variant set, which is the body variant set, and the it's the variant set dot asset, and the variant set is the variant base dot asset, and it's true. So what it does is going to loop through all the variant from this body variant set and create buttons, and then change the text field, change the text to have to be the name of the variant, and then add a action when you click on this button. So if I go back here and create new object called controller, just to reset it, and drag this variant option there, make that as drag all the fields into this parents into the field in inspector, and don't forget that we have this body variant in here. Right, everything seems to work, so let's hit play. Now it created 3 different variants buttons here. So if I click on yellow, it will change the yellow color. If I hit red, it will change the red color, and then of course it will work black. So this is how you use this package to create your own product configurator. Of course, this is more a introductory videos. If you want to learn more, stick around, and I'm going to create more videos like this. Alternatively, you can go into GitHub repo, and it might have a bit more longer explanation, manual on how to use it. So if you like this video, please hit like in this video and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell so you get all the updates from my channel. So thank you very much for watching.